Oh shit.
Sometimes you be shaped like a cat. Sometimes like a bear.
What up with your family? Fight world. It's your boy Storm Boxing here. Man, my bad. Just lounging around the house. You know what I mean? Watching a little insightful knowledge, man. Niggas need to feed your brain a little bit more. But in this video, I just want to talk about Tank Davis in the 135-pound division. So, at the top of the division right now, the belt holders are, it was Devin Haney, but he just gave up his belt to injury. Lomachenko, who's the unified champion. And then the newest champion, which is Teofimo Lopez. And we're supposed to get Teofimo Lopez, I think it's in April something, April 18th, April something. I mean, hopefully 420. But what I want to talk about is how does Tank fare against the other elite at 135, you know? I know he struggled to make the 135 limit, but it is only his first fight at 135, so he's way too short for 140. Tank is about 5'4". I mean, and guys at 140 are, you know what I mean, you got Regis that's about, what, 5'7", 5'8". You got Josh Taylor that's about 5'9", 5'10". You got Maurice Hooker who's fucking 6 feet tall. You got, I don't know, it's a lot of big guys at 140 there. Tank would be literally the smallest guy in the division. He's already probably the smallest guy at 135 except Gamboa. So what I see is, all right, let's start with Tank and Devin. I mean, Devin Haney would obviously have the size advantage. I mean, possibly the speed advantage, meaning different type of speed. I think Tank has a more explosive power. Devin has the better footwork and able to make maneuver faster to get in and out, to get himself in position. So I'm thinking if we were to see that fight, two young guys in their prime, you're watching a great slick boxer versus a power puncher. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to favor the boxer, depending on what type of elite level boxer he is. If he's a boxer, great boxer with athleticism, where I think that he could get away from the big punch, and Tank is the smaller guy, so he would be trying to punch up against Devin as Devin moving back, slipping. You know what I mean? And Devin got the reach advantage, so he should be able to use his jab. So, just based off of the statistics, the size, and things like that, just based off the tail of the tape, Devin Haney's younger. He's about 4 or 5 years younger. I think Devin just turned 21 and Tank is 25. So there's about 4 to 5 year difference, you know what I mean? Or 4 years and some change. I mean, I think it's like 4 years, 6, 7 months, something like that. So what really needs to happen is Tank probably to try to, I don't know, when they say him fight Leo, that's a 126 pounder moving up. Just moved to 130, and then he's moving to 135, maybe to fight Tank. So maybe that's a better route than the Devin Haney, because Devin Haney probably, I'm gonna pick Devin Haney to beat him. And let's see, Tank versus Lomachenko. To me, that's, out of all of them, that's the closest fight to me, I think. I think Lomachenko has the skill, but he doesn't have the speed advantage on Tank. He has the boxing IQ advantage, but Tank has the more explosive power. I think he would be able to hurt Lomachenko, but the thing is, could he land that shot to hurt him? We know that Lomachenko has great footwork. We know that Lomachenko is always on top of his shit, so we know he's gonna be we know it would be a great technical fight, We know Lomachenko's going to be coming with different angles, so we will get to see what a Tank could do with a guy like that. You know what I mean? So, right now, based off what I just saw in the Gamboa fight, I would wonder if Tank would know how to deal with those angles. You know what I mean? Gamboa had an injured foot, but and Tank basically couldn't get him out of there. So a Lomachenko that's healthy, that would be just a tall task for Tank right now. You know what I mean? Give it a few years. Lomachenko's older. He slow down more, maybe then. But as of right now, I would base just off the tail of the tape and based off of experience, I would probably have to go with Tank in that one. I mean, Lomachenko in that one. But it would be a very close fight. Like I said, right now I would pick Lomachenko. Give me 2 or 3 years, no doubt I probably would pick Tank. And next it would be Teofimo Lopez. Now I think the problems that Tank would have with a Devin Haney, as far as the size, he would have those same problems with a Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney is 5'9". Teofimo Lopez is about 5'8", 5'9". I mean, Tank is 5'4", so you're talking to guys who have, at minimum, a 4-reach height advantage, a 4-inch height advantage over Tank. They're going to have the size advantage. They're going to be more powerful. And what Devin Haney lacks in the power, Teofimo has with the power. But what Devin Haney has with the skills, I'm not sure that Teofimo has those same boxing skills just yet. But I just think that if Teofimo caught Tank right, he's a smaller guy, he might spark him out of there. It's possible that Teofimo could stop Tank. You know, I just don't know if Tank at 135 would be big enough to deal with Teofimo on fight night or Devin Haney. I mean, I just think that he's just too small. He should probably be fighting at 130. I mean, I think 135, maybe since Teofimo and Devin are huge 135 pause, but they're big guys for 135, that they'll be moving up to 140 real soon, and maybe he won't have to fight him then. So I definitely right now would pick Teofimo in that fight. I just think he has the power. They're probably equal in speed, and just the size advantage is just too much for Tank. So that's pretty much the top of the